What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Greedo's Goldmine. It's time for another review for you. This time a full review in the world of WWE. Recently, one of my most wanted figures in a lot of ways from the Ultimate Edition line was, well, I think earlier this year it was announced, but it finally went up for sale, not just pre-order, but you could find them in stores too. Probably for a long time. It's no secret, one of my key top three wrestlers of all time is The Undertaker. And me personally, being a kid of the 90s, my favorite look of The Undertaker of all time, for myself at least, is the purple gloves and boots outfit. And what do you know? This year, in Ultimate Edition, as a Target exclusive, we finally got that. So we are going to open this up finally and take a look. I wanted to do this sooner, but unfortunately, and a fair warning for all of you out there, I got one where the purple shading on the masks in general was highly blemished, so be on the lookout for that when you do get this if you are interested. So I had to exchange mine for a slightly better one. Thankfully, my local Target had these in stock. It was Target Circle Week as well, so it was really easy to get one on a good discount. So let's read this. Take a look at the box there. And open him up, see what he's all about, since this is one of my most anticipated Undertakers of all time. This definitely is an improvement to the old Legends, I want to say 13 version of this in a lot of ways. So, height 6'10" from Death Valley. Finisher, Tombstone, career highlights, WWE Champion, Hall of Fame inductee. Undertaker built his career by digging holes and taking souls. And at Survivor Series 1995, he debuted one of his most memorable and menacing looks. Now with a ghoulish mask, the Dead Man eliminated 3 opponents in quick succession before sending his hated rival Mabel running for the back and knowing that he too would soon rest in peace. So with that, let's pop this open and take a look at the Dead Man. So we do have some tape here on the box, obviously. Wait, is that necessary? I don't know. I think I opened extra tape than I needed to, but hey, whatever. Looks like there's 4 pieces, keeping him locked in his box. Is that true? Oh, no, maybe 5. All right. So when it comes to the wording, we've got rest in peace. And we can flip it, and we've got the Dead Man, because we know every Ultimate Edition does that, which is pretty cool. So once we get him out of the box, this is what we get, the Undertaker. So when it comes to accessories, we've got the hat with the purple brim, an extra mask with that purple shading loose, as you can see. The tie, which is, the yellow, purple and black striping. We've got the sort of open grip creepy hands and just 2 open grip hands on him. He does come with 3 different head sculpts, 2 with the mask already molded onto the figure, 1 with it off. This is a reuse of the head, I'm pretty sure, from the Legends 13 version, Elite. So I'm kind of wondering if this mask pops onto that and allows it to be removable. We'll check that out. And of course the coat, this is soft goods. I'm hoping too that it's not a poorly dyed coat where, you kind of get the staining on the figure if he wears it, but we'll see in time. Let's unleash the Dead Man. He's got 2 ties on each, 1 tie on each arm and leg, so 4 total. And we'll clip him out. See what he's about. Now, my first complaint in the packaging is they did the clips very tight, so it is really hard to cut this guy out. So all right, we've got the dead man. So before we do that, let's take a look at all the different heads. So there's the first one right there. And, you know, it's the reuse head, but they did a really good job on the detailing from the goatee to the, you know, mouth, eyes. He's got that loose hair in the front so that the mask probably pops down, the extra one that he comes with. We've got one with a more, you know, menacing look to his face. And as you can see, the eyebrows, the edge of the bottom of the mask have that purple shading. Also a really good job on the goatee and the mouth there. All the hair pieces are overlaid, just, you know, flat black as you would expect from the dead man. The hat is pretty much a reuse, but as you see there, it's got the purple band around it. They did a really good job on the detailing there. The extra mask, which is made of a very rubbery plastic material. Again, you can see the purple shading throughout, which is really cool. That is definitely an improvement above the Legends 13 version, which just had a flat white mask. We've got the tie, so purple black stripes, purple on the back. The coat's actually interesting. There is an improvement here too. They actually put purple pockets on it this time, so that is really awesome. I'm excited about that. So like I said, hopefully it doesn't stain the figure, but we will see. And we've got the purple dead man hands, so you can get him into some good poses with that. And finally, the dead man himself. Oh, actually something I missed. There is a little bit of brown on the top of each head. I just noticed that pulling it out to kind of show his hair roots, true to the style. So the dead man, this is more serious face with the purple mask. Again, you see all of the shading and detailing done on that, which is pretty awesome. When it comes to articulation, unfortunately mine in some areas is a little loose. The head itself is kind of limited in its mobility by the hair piece. And it's honestly, it doesn't secure very well onto the ball of the neck itself. So something to be on the lookout for there. Maybe with the coat, it'll be a little better. I don't know, we'll see. He does have upper torso rocker. Also kind of loose on mine, which is interesting. We have standard Legends Ultimate Edition shoulders, but it's like a rubber overlay piece that's glued into there to give those sleeves. It gets in the way, although there are butterfly joints underneath. We've got bicep swivel, double jointed pinless elbows. He does have the elbow pad on one side, true to the look, and we've got standard wrist articulation. Of course, waist swivel, and you can see how loose that upper torso rocker is doing that. Pretty good articulation with drop down hips. Upper thigh cut, double jointed pinned knees. We've got boot swivel, and of course they've got the studs painted well on each side of those boot overlays. And, you know, your toe articulation and standard ankle articulation, though, again, highly limited by the cuffs of these boot overlays. Pretty cool figure. I like it a lot. Let's see now what he looks like with his accessories and other headpieces, and see if maybe the other ones go on a little bit better. Oh yeah, they did a really good job as always with the tattoos, so I always appreciate that. Undertaker had some really awesome tattoos. So yeah. So we've got the more serious looking mask, or the more menacing looking mask face. And like I said, good detailing, head sculpt and face print. And that one actually does secure onto the neck pretty well, but has absolutely zero possibility for any mobility because of the hairpiece. It is just going to sit there if you choose to display him with that particular head sculpt. It's also a lot harder to get off. That one is very tight to the body, so I don't think with that particular headpiece you're going to get the coat on. I think you have to go with the one that he came with, but we'll see. We've got the original reused one from the Legends line, and this one is difficult to get on. Once we do, though, again, that one also sits pretty tight to the body. You're not going to get any motion in that head, up, down, side to side anyway. But the big question is, does the mask fit underneath like the old Legends one? And with some finagling, the answer is yes. So you could put the loose mask on this head that does not have one to begin with, and, you know, do the whole taking off the mask moment. If I'm going to display him with the mask, quite honestly, I'm probably just going to use one of the two heads that already has it, because while not the worst thing in the planet, getting this on and off is a little difficult. So let's see what the coat looks like. We're going to have to remove, if we can get it off, the head, and keep the arms on but pop the hands off. These are overlaid separate wrist pieces, so be careful when you do that to not lose them, but they do fit on there relatively tight, which is good. Yeah, just really annoyed by that upper torso rocker slightly. I guess you win some, you lose some, huh? They did do a good job painting the flesh to match his tone on the neck and upper chest area. We are going to use the dead man hands for this particular look. I do think I will probably start to display him on my shelf with this look, but, you know, that's maybe apt to change over time. We'll see. So the coat is pretty good, fits really nicely, not too much of a hassle to get on and off, which is a good thing. Let's see now with the original head we had and the others, how does it work? I guess the original head does fit on there tighter. It just wasn't fully pushed down on mine, so there's that look. We have the hat, of course. Let's see if, you know, hat fits on tightly, so that's good. You're probably not going to lose that. You know, Let's pop this head off. And try it out with the other. Oh wait, nope, that was, okay, the straight face, but that too wasn't popped on very well out of the box, so it does actually go on a little tighter than I originally anticipated. So again, with the hat. And finally, last but not least, the unmasked head, which was the original Legends 13 look. If I can get it on. There we go. And so, key upgrades here are the added articulation, the purple pockets, and a much better fitting hat. And so remember, you could put the mask on with that look too. And of course, we need to add the tie. So the tie just fits over the head or the neck. Once you have the heads off, we will go with the more menacing look with the mask already attached for this particular display. And there we have it with the tie, the coat, and the hat. Try to get a little bit of a pose going there. And there you have it, folks. WWE Legends Ultimate Edition, The Undertaker. So, hope you enjoyed this one. Don't forget to hit that like and that subscribe. It really helps us out as a channel and get these reviews to you. And until the next one, wherever you are in this planet, hope you're having a great weekend. And we'll see you on the next one. Thanks, everybody.